When you extract the zip file, you should be getting something like this. Let's go inside the directory. uh, readme.md contains all the necessary information that is required to run the project. So I'll just start running the project. Let's go to the output production. Go inside the output folder where you have all these classes. Now let's start cmd. We'll start registry, RMI registry. So it's RMI registry. Make sure to start RMI registry at this particular location only. Uh, then we will start with, we have run the RMI registry. Now we'll just start the master node. So this master node is about running the Java program. This particular file has required permissions that is required to run Java program. This is the Java class that we want to run, and 8 is the number of nodes, let's say, that user wants to have into the DHT network. So let me run master node. Okay. So master node has been started at, and currently the number of nodes into the DHT network is 0. Okay. Now let's start the client node as it, oh, okay, as it says, let's start the client node. In this particular thing, we are running Java program with this particular permissions file. The class name is client node. This is the IP address at which we want to run our client. This is the port that we need to expose, and 8 is the number of nodes into the DHT network. So let us run client cmd. So now the node is started. The current node ID is 3. You should be getting this inside the master node, which is now total nodes in the network is 1. Let me start few other clients. Make sure that the port should be different, otherwise it will give port conflicts. So I'll start another node at 1089. I'll start one more node at 1090. And I'll start one more node at 1091. So we'll have total 4 client nodes and 1 master node into DHT network. Okay, now we should be able to look all those inside our master node, which is the total node in the network is 4. Okay, yeah, great. Now we'll start with the main application running, where we do have our functionalities. This is about running the Java file called main.app with the required permissions. This should be the IP address at which the master node is running, and this is the number of nodes into the DHT network. Okay, so let us start the main application. Okay, so we have started all total 4 nodes. Let's run this. Let's say I want to insert a key. So key will be key 1, val 1. Okay, so it says inserted the key value pair. Okay, yeah, now let's say I want to insert another node, which is key 2, val 2. Let's say I want to insert another one, key 3, val 3. Let's say I want to insert another one, key 4, val 4. Let's say I want to insert another one, key 5, val 5. Okay, yeah. So these keys should be distributed across different networks, different nodes. Let's say key 3 and key 5 are on this particular node, which has node ID 3. This is for the key 1 and key 4, which is node 0. So likewise, the keys will be distributed as soon as we insert the keys. It should be distributed across the client nodes. The implementation of DHT says that, let's say I do have 4 nodes as a client nodes, and if I want to search for any key, it should not be taking more than log of 4, which is 2. So let's say I want to search for key 2, then it says key 2 has val 2 and it is in the node 4, node ID 4. What we want to trace is, let's say whether this particular request has not taken more than 2 steps. So I'll just open all the clients node and we'll try to verify it. These do not have any search nodes, search request. Now we'll try to look here. It started search key for this particular node for key 2. So this is the first probe, and from there we went to directly here. So it's like only two comparisons has been done across the network. Let's say I again want to search for key 5. Okay, so it says well 5 and node is 3. Let us check. These do not have any search request. This does not have any search request. This do have one search request, which is key 5. We were not able to find it out here. That's why it went to 1088, I think. Yes. So it found key 5. So this is what the implementation of DHT is all about. Let's say at any instance of time we want to check what is the uh, network structure. So we go to 3. So this shows our DHT structure where the node 6 is a predecessor. So 6 to 2, 6 to 0. This is the node ID 0. Now node ID 0 is pointing to node ID 3. Node ID 3 is pointing to node ID 4. Node ID 4 is pointing to node ID 6. And node ID 6 is pointing to again node 0. And that's why it is working. And you can also view the finger tables at every location. What is the starting? What is the interval? So interval implementation is inside. Yeah. So when you import it into the IntelliJ, you should be getting something like this. So all the bin nodes are finger table and key value pair, and node structure is inside the bin folder. And the master node has some interface which should be implemented by the master node, and that is here. This is a client implementation. The permission is for the Java files, and then we have the main application logic here. Okay, thank you.